Good morning. It's been 3 or 4 days. I was going to cancel this series because I didn't think anybody was watching it. I did get views on it, but they dwindled with each video. But it's possible that maybe the first video inspired people to go get the book and do this themselves. So just because I'm not getting views on all the videos doesn't mean that people aren't doing A Course in Miracles after watching the first one. So I was told by Spirit or my higher self, whoever, maybe it was the Holy Spirit, probably, that in the future other people may find these videos. And talking about this and making these videos is teaching me the course better than if I was just doing it on my own without reflecting on it here. So I'm going to keep pumping these videos out even if I don't get one single view. And I'm going to leave them up for the next year. So welcome to the sixth installment of my video series taking us through A Course in Miracles. For an explanation of what's going on here, please check my introduction video at my channel, the Aquarian Rainbow Bridge on YouTube. All of these videos will be uploaded to YouTube. That's the Aquarian Rainbow Bridge. So let's get to it. Page 11, this is from the text. We're reading 2 pages of the text each day. There's 666 pages, so it'll take us about a year to get through the text, and there's 365 workbook lessons and not more than ones to be taken a day. So we're going to do the workbook lessons in a year, give or take. I took a break there for a minute. I kept going. I'm regressing. I went ahead in the book when I decided to cancel doing this on YouTube or Facebook. So we're chapter 1 of the text, section 4. Chapter 1 is the meaning of miracles, and this is section 4, the escape from darkness, page 11. Verse 1. The escape from darkness involves 2 stages. That's so weird because there's a darkness in me and I want to escape it, but I think I'm supposed to become its friend. I don't know. I've been trying to do so much healing on myself. I started doing Reiki. The escape from darkness involves 2 stages. First, the recognition that darkness cannot hide. This step usually entails fear. Second, the recognition that there is nothing you would want to hide even if you could. This step brings escape from fear. When you have become willing to hide nothing, you will not only be willing to enter into communion, but will also understand peace and joy. Verse 2. Holiness can never be really hidden in darkness, but you can deceive yourself about it. This deception makes you fearful because you realize it in your heart. It is a deception. And you exert enormous efforts to establish its reality. The miracle sets reality where it belongs. Reality belongs only to spirit. And the miracle acknowledges only truth. It thus dispels illusions about yourself and puts you in communion with yourself and God. The miracle joins in the atonement by placing the mind in service of the Holy Spirit. This establishes the proper function of the mind and corrects its errors, which are merely lacks of love. Your mind can be possessed by illusions, but spirit is eternally free. If a mind perceives without love, it perceives an empty shell and is unaware of the spirit within. But the atonement restores spirit to its proper place. The mind that serves spirit is invulnerable. Verse 3, darkness is a lack of light, as sin is a lack of love. It has no unique properties of its own. Remember, darkness is the absence of light. Black, what I'm wearing right here. It is an example of the scarcity belief from which only error can proceed. Truth is always abundant. Those who perceive and acknowledge that they have everything have no needs of any kind. The purpose of the atonement is to restore everything to you, or rather, to restore it to your awareness. You were given everything when you were created, just as everyone was. Verse 4, the emptiness engendered by fear must be replaced by forgiveness. That is what the Bible means by there is no death, and why I could demonstrate that death does not exist. I came to fulfill the law by reinterpreting it. The law itself, if properly understood, offers only protection. The law itself, if properly understood, offers only protection. It is those who have not yet changed their minds who brought the hellfire concept into it. I assure you that I will witness for anyone who lets me, and to whatever extent he permits. Your witnessing demonstrates your belief and thus strengthens it. Those who witness for me are expressing through their miracles that they have abandoned the belief in deprivation in favor of the abundance they have learned belongs to them. We're at chapter 1, the meaning of miracles, and this is section 5, wholeness in spirit, page 12. Verse 1. The miracle is much like the body in that both are learning aids for facilitating a state in which they become unnecessary. When spirit's original state of direct communication is reached, neither the body nor the miracle serves any purpose. While you believe you are in a body, however, you can choose between loveless and miraculous channels of expression. You can make an empty shell, but you cannot express nothing at all. You can wait, delay, paralyze yourself, or reduce your creativity almost to nothing. But you cannot abolish it. You can destroy your medium of communication, but not your potential. You did not create yourself. Verse 2, the basic decision of the miracle-minded is not to wait on time any longer than necessary. Time can waste as well as be wasted. The miracle worker, therefore, accepts the time control factor gladly. He recognizes that every collapse of time brings everyone closer to the ultimate release from time, in which the Son and the Father are one. And that's what miracles do. They collapse time. You are no longer need that interval of time that would normally take you to heal, whether it be weeks, months, years, or lifetimes. It happens in the now. When the atonement has been completed, he recognizes that every collapse of time brings everyone closer to the ultimate release from time, in which the Son and the Father are one. Equality does not imply equality now. When everyone recognizes that he has everything, individual contributions to the sonship will no longer be necessary. Verse 3, when the atonement has been completed, all talents will be shared by all sons of God. God is not partial. All his children have his total love, and all his gifts are freely given to everyone alike. Except ye become as little children means that unless you fully recognize your complete dependence on God, you cannot know the real power of the Son and his true relationship with the Father. The specialness of God's sons does not stem from exclusion, but from inclusion. All my brothers are special. If they believe they are deprived of anything, their perception becomes distorted. When this occurs, the whole family of God or the sonship is impaired in its relationships. We are all one with the Father. So anything that I do to hurt you or to hurt myself hurts all of us, including God. So that's the end of our reading from the text for the day. I really hope you're going to go pick up a copy of this book and really absorb this text. I always want to remind everybody when I do these videos, in each video, that A Course in Miracles has been around since the 70s, and there is, I'm pretty sure in any area of the country, you can find a Course in Miracles meeting. It's like a book discussion meeting. It's not a religion. It's not like that. It's just like a book club. Because it's a lot to understand. It's actually very simple and just repeating the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to reprogram your mind. But yeah, if you need any help, check A Course in Miracles online. The Foundation for Inner Peace is, I believe, their website and their organization. So we're going to go on to Workbook Lesson 6. I am upset because I see something that is not there. The exercise, that's the central idea for lesson 6. I am upset because I see something that is not there. The exercises with this idea are very similar to the preceding ones. Again, it is necessary to name both the form of upset, anger, fear, worry, depression, and so on, and the perceived source very specifically for any application of the idea. For example, I am angry at blank because I see something that is not there. I am worried about blank because I see something that is not there. So I'll just give you a personal example. I am angry at myself because I see something that is not there. I am worried about my mother because I see something that is not there. Today's idea, once again, is I am upset because I see something that is not there. Today's idea is useful for application to anything that seems to upset you and can profitably be used throughout the day for that purpose. However, the 3 or 4 practice periods which are required should be preceded by a minute or so. At the beginning, these lessons were 1 to 2 minutes, like the first 3 lessons, I believe, but now 1 to 2 times a day, twice a day. Now, we're practicing these lessons 3 to 4 times a day for about a minute apiece. So, however, 3 or 4 practice periods which are required should be preceded by a minute or so of mind searching as before, and the application of the idea to each upsetting thought uncovered in the search. So, you're going to search your mind for a minute or so, just for thoughts. What thoughts are there? What's worrying you? What's angry? What thoughts that upset you? And as you observe these thoughts coming into your mind of things that upset you, you apply the idea. Again, if you resist applying the idea to some upsetting thoughts more than to others, this is key. You have to uniformly apply anything. Do not specifically include or exclude any thought because of a resistance to some certain negative emotion about something that you don't want to think about. That's the number one time you should apply the idea. But don't specifically include only negative thoughts or specific thoughts, we keep saying the same thing over and over again. So again, if you resist applying the idea to some upsetting thoughts more than to others, remind yourself of the 2 cautions stated in the previous lesson. There are no small upsets, and they are all equally disturbing to my peace of mind. And I cannot keep this form of upset and let the others go. For the purposes of these exercises, then, I will regard them all as the same. Once again, there are no small upsets. They are all equally disturbing to my peace of mind. And I cannot keep this form of upset and let the others go. For the purposes of these exercises, then, I will regard them as the same. So we're going to search our minds for a minute or so of things that upset us. I'm angry at myself because I see something that is not there. I'm going to apply the ideas as I go through each thought. I'm angry at Donald Trump because I see something that is not there. I'm worried about victims of human trafficking. I'm worried about human trafficking in general because I see something that is not there. I'm worried about how I'm going to financially support myself in the future because I see something that is not there. I am angry at AA because I see something that is not there. Man, I'm like a dog with a bone with that one. I'm worried about my friend Cher because I see something that is not there. I am angry at her boyfriend because I see something that is not there. I'm worried about all the homeless people, especially in the cold right now, because I see something that is not there. I am angry at ICE because I see something that is not there. I'm proud of myself. I kept this till like 16 minutes today. I've been trying to keep it to 15 and I keep ending around 21. So less talky from me, more reading the book so people can get on with their day. Some people have jobs to be too. I have jobs, just not like other people's. Okay, like this is part of my jobs. And just as a bonus, I had like a little bit of a meltdown over the weekend. Okay, it was a pretty big meltdown. And I do openings to the course when I'm upset about something or I need advice about something. I just open and I feel like it gives it an opportunity to tell me exactly what I need to hear. So you can stop watching the video if you want. And you can do this yourself. This is why you need a copy of the book. There's no reason you're not supposed to do more than one workbook a lesson a day, but you can read as much or as little of the text as you want, or the teacher's manual. I'm just sticking to the text right now. I figure there's no reason to consult the teacher's manual until I'm done with the text. Sorry. I'm an anxious person. This is why I smoke. I used to drink all the time because I was anxious, not realizing that it made me worse. I'm getting a lot better now that I've been meditating and doing this. So much better. So this is what I opened up to. I was specifically upset because no matter how much I work on myself, I still have like severe anger problems, and I'm hurtful towards others. And I've been trying to learn how to heal myself and others, and this is what I opened to. It was perfect. This is a lot. We're going to read, start at the correction of error, page 166, chapter 9, the acceptance of the atonement, section 3, the correction of error. This is what I opened to when I was looking for advice about my anger. Number 1, or verse 1 of the section, the correction of error. Verse 1, the alertness of the ego to the errors of other egos is not the kind of vigilance of the Holy Spirit would have you maintain. Egos are critical in terms of the kind of sense they stand for. They understand this kind of sense because it is sensible to them. So I'm going to make a separate video for this. This is too much reading to put at the end of this, so I'm just going to make it a separate video. I'll see you guys tomorrow for pages 13 and 14 and lesson 7. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Love yourself. Be yourself. Be here now. And say hello. Say hello, Moonlight. Hello.